Okay, let's do this. Welcome back! Hello! This video is a bit different, not like anything new. I've been doing quite a bit of different ones. I'm just trying to get like a bunch of weird things done. But this actually has a purpose. It is kind of Christmas themed. Anyway, why do you keep turning away? Come closer. Come closer. I am super excited because we are doing Buddy the Elf doll. So 18-inch, the Walmart 18-inch dolls. These are not American Girls, but they're kind of like Walmart adjacent to that. That's just their brand of it. Came out with an elf doll. So we're gonna do her today, and then I'm so excited. I found an Illy Forever doll secondhand. I love these 18-inch dolls. I just don't have a lot of room right now, and the prices, they're Disney labeled, so prices are outrageous, and I refuse to buy them at that price. I bought one at that price, and that was when they first came out, and I'm so scared to take her out of that original outfit. I have not even cut the zip ties out of her crown yet. So, yes. So I'm so excited that I found her at the Goodwill outlet bin. So it was not that expensive. Even secondhand, they're so darn expensive. Why? But again, I guess they're so new, but I was so excited because I have been holding on to a fashion pack I can finally use. I've had this since year one. Like, it was one of the first fashion packs that they've released. I'm ecstatic. So first things first, these both were cleaned in a different video / off camera. We're all good on that. Don't worry, everything's clean. So we can just jump into brushing their hair. I'm gonna kind of break them up into like Elf. We're gonna just call her Buddy. What's a good name for, it's like a female version of Buddy? Buzzelle? I guess we'll call her Buzzelle. So we're gonna start with Buzzelle. And she did start with some curly hair, but I wanted it to be a lot more defined, and I didn't want it to be, I was worried that it would look too messy, and I wanted a more like inbox, nicer curl like Buddy the Elf did. So I ended up brushing her hair, and once that was completely brushed, again, not a lot of hair followed out on that one, so good on that one. And this is like the same doll brand. I found her at the outlet as well. Did that. And I ended up doing hair curlers. I've done this before and it did not turn out that very well on my Donut Queen doll. So I did a few different things to change the process. The first is I wet the hair with water before I did it, so it wasn't necessarily like a drier curl. Like, I soaked that hair. It was wet from top to bottom. I also sectioned the hair into smaller sections instead of just larger sections to give it just the vague curl. And then I also boil washed this. So once all of the hair curlers were in there, I dipped them all into not boiling water, but very warm water, and then went back to cold water and did that one more time. And that basically redefines the hair things. Redefines the hair strands, because they are just plastic, so when plastic heats up, it's very malleable and it's like, ooh, all spaghetti noodly. But then once it cools down, it really like tightens up and firms up like a dry spaghetti noodle. So that is what I did with her. So she also took a long time to dry. I bring that up because it'll come in reference in a little bit, but I did give her like over a week to dry on the hair. And then for the Illy Forever doll, I didn't do much. I just brushed the hair out because hers was a bit worse for wear versus the other one. So just a quick brush out, nothing too difficult on that. And during that time, Christmas had passed, and we were looking at Walmart on their Christmas sales, and the doll brands, I think it's called My Life Dolls, I don't know, but they had put the elf doll on sale. It was originally $50. It was like $49.95 technically, but $50 basically. And they had put her 50% off, so down to $25. And I looked at it and I was like, you have a choice to make. You can either make this stuff, which I was fully willing to do and was actually planning on doing, and then just wait for the shoes to come on secondhand. But I was like, I would end up paying almost that price in the shoes alone. So I was like, I could just buy this doll and get all the clothes I needed for less time, less money than I was actually probably going to spend. And I was actually probably going to spend in the long run, because secondhand is good, but it sometimes is not cheaper than just buying it new. Unfortunately, sometimes, just because shipping is outrageous. Like, sometimes I buy things and shipping is just more than the actual item. And sadly, that's just the world we live in. So I ended up getting it, long story short. But don't worry, we are not going to use the doll, and it's not just going to be like a 1-for-1. I'm still going to add a little bit to it, but I'm not going to add much to it because I do think she's perfect already, and I love this one. And I'm not going to use the doll that came in the box. I'm going to use the one that we are in curling the hair right now for it. But this blonde one will not go to waste. I promise. My little trash panda self will not do it. We are going to make a Willy Wonka, the other doll that came out. But this is not her video. That's probably going to be around March, because I feel like Willy Wonka and the Easter Bunny are like hand in hand, help feed the world with chocolate. But not her video. So the main thing I wanted to do with the elf outfit was to try and do some of his embroidery on. When he wears his coat, he has the center seam where I'm guessing it zips up or it buttons up, and then they have the fur, and then they have the embroidery on it. Nothing that I've seen really does that embroidery, and to me that just adds so much to it. So I knew I wanted to do that. So I spent a lot of time trying to find these specific patterns, and the only way I could find it was with Adam Savage and a video he's doing visiting, I think, one of the original elf costumes. So I ended up screenshotting those, taking those screenshots, putting them into a file, tracing the file. Well, I ended up tracing that onto paper, taking a picture of the paper, the ones I traced, or the ones I drew, and then putting them onto my iPad in Procreate and tracing those to finally get an image I could then print out to use as a reference. Now, I was fully going to embroider this fully put the thread through the holes, through the fabric on this. I even bought green thread for it, but I ended up not wanting to do that because I was worried about messing up the outfit so much, and I was worried the hoop I had was just too big, so I ended up using puppy paint instead. Also, I swear I had green. I do have green. I could not find it for this because it's in the basement for some reason. I blame the cat. I blame the cat. The dictator takes what she wants and does not let me have anything I need. So I ended up just mixing green, and I got pretty close. So it worked out very well. So I ended up using the pre-drawn, all that work. They didn't really make sense, so I took some liberties so they're not 1-for-1. But there's like no information out there on these embroidered ones, so I ended up just doing what I could. I didn't end up using all 9 designs because there just simply wasn't enough room on the scale, and I can only go so small. I was doing a lot of other things at this time as well. And I will be the first to admit, they look really goofy up close, but I think from farther away, like if they're across the room or even just a few feet from you, it does give that tiny bit more detail that makes it look a bit more like Buddy the Elf. So Badiva is going great. Belinda. What did I call her? I don't even remember what her name is. So Belinda it is, because I can remember that one. It's pretty much all I wanted to do to this elf doll. So now we just need to take the curlers out, and I ended up separating the curls a little bit and just dressing her up, and she's done. I really like her. I mean, not as exciting. I promise Willy Wonka will be a bit more exciting because I won't be just buying the doll. Even though now she is on sale for, there's one left at our Walmart. She was like $20. I'm like, how could you sell this one for 50 and then have no problem marking it down to 20, whatever. After Christmas sales are weird, but we are not done with this video. We still have the Illy Forever doll. I'm so excited. A couple years have passed since Illy Forever has come out, and since then I have acquired one other Minnie Mouse themed item. I ended up finding that at a discount store, and then a few months ago I ended up finding the little dog that came with the suitcase set from Minnie Mouse, just the dog. So I ended up picking up just the dog, and then I was like, I'm gonna add the dog to this pack, but I don't know how to do it. So I was looking at Macari, and I was gonna get the little dog carrying case that came with that specific dog with the big red bow, but instead they have released another Minnie Mouse themed dog pack. I don't know if it comes with a doll because they had it posed with the Christmas doll, but this one has a dog stroller, which is red and white themed, where the carrier is pink themed. The swimsuit is also more red themed than it is pink. It does have a pink bag, however I don't end up using that because it looked really gross. I'm gonna say that's probably from sun damage, my bad. I didn't like it anyway. Minnie Mouse is red, not pink. I will die on a hill for this.
She looks better in red.
I ended up buying just the dog cart. The dog... it's not a carriage. Dog stroller. Dog stroller. Dog stroller. Stroller. So I ended up buying just the dog stroller, and it's perfect. I'm so excited about it, and I think it adds so much to it. I'm in love with this. So let's put her together. Opening this pack was the hardest thing. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. They did not want this to be kid friendly or accessible at all, I swear. So I had to fight with this package, and my dad downstairs yelled at me because he thought I was like strangling something. It was that bad. Once I finally got it open, I needed to do something with her hair to do it. So I ended up putting her hair in a half up, half down style, and I ended up just using a clear rubber band that I got from one of the packs. And I had leftover red ribbon, again, from Christmas, because it was after Christmas. I picked it off the ground. It was going to go in the trash. And I glued that around the hair tie, and I took white puppy paint and just did dots in kind of a diagonal pattern, because that's kind of how Minnie Mouse's bow pattern is. So I did that, and I thought that was a really cute touch. And then I just dressed her in the swimsuit and the swimsuit cover. I was gonna maybe put shorts on underneath that, or like make her a little extra outfit things, but I ended up not doing it because I loved the fashion pack as it was once I finally got it on her, and it looked so good. Again, I don't really understand what the pink thing was. I mean, her glasses are pink, yes, like the lenses and the frames, okay, but again, more of an accessory. And there's a pink bag, again, an accessory, I guess. I just feel like she looks better in red, and I think the red matches her a lot better because the dog was in red and the stroller was in red, so it all looks so good together. Now we can just roll the final shots. I didn't set up anything fancy for this because, again, I was in the middle of doing stuff, but I love them. I love both of them. The Illy Forever doll is still my favorite, and I'm so excited. I'm not bashing on Budella or anything like that, whatever I named her. I probably named her 4 different things. I'm just so excited for this Illy Forever doll. I love this doll brand so much, but they are so damn expensive. Darn expensive, I don't care. So expensive for what they are. So I'm so excited that they're finally showing up secondhand, that they're finally being able something, and I am willing to pay for this, and that I can maybe finally do some more of it. I'm so excited that maybe I can find another one, because I do have an Elsa inspired snowboard that also came out around the first wave that I did find secondhand. So it is just a snowboard. I don't have anything else with it yet. But I love how these two turned out. Again, there's not much to say about them. I just love both of them so much. It was just a fun, easy craft, not much to do. And it's just fun giving a new doll new life. especially with a pack that I've been waiting for a doll to wear for literal years. Also, fun fact, when I was unboxing her, you can tell in the video where I thought I saw her, because I think this doll that I have was one of the first releases, and I think she was the Minnie Mouse inspired one, because I think she was on the side of the package I was opening, which is kind of just funny as well. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Bye!